Okay, so this is the 2003 Debtors Control Account, part 1 and part 6 I'm going to do. So for part 1 it says, a cheque for €850 received from a customer in full settlement of a debt had been entered correctly in the books. So that's fine, everything was done fine. However, this cheque was dishonoured, cheque bounced, but no entry had been made in the books relating to the cancelled cheque. So if no entry was made at all in the books in relation to the cancelled cheque, it means we're going to be doing the same thing in the schedule or list as we are in the control account. So we just need to look at one of them and just do the same thing for our entries in both then. So if we look at just the schedule or the list or the debtors account for a second, so the debtors plus minus. So if we look at what originally happened, a cheque for $850 was received from a customer in full settlement of the debt of $880. So what happened was our debtors, when they paid us that cheque of $850, but it was in full settlement of a debt of $880, we put in minus $880 into our debtors account because we said they owe us $880 less than they did before because we accepted $850. In other words, we gave them a discount of $30, but their debt came down by $880 in total. So then when the cheque bounces, well, their debt has to go back up by $880 in total as well, because we're not going to give them the discount and just raise the amount owed by $850. I mean, when we didn't receive the money, then we're not giving them the discount, so it goes back up by the full $880 again. And so since it's on the plus side, it will be in the schedule of debtors, it will be add $880, and in the control account it'll be $880 entered onto the debit side. So that's part 1. Okay, part 6. O'Dowd, it's a focusing problem here. 1 second. Oh, there we go. O'Dowd had accepted sales returns from 400 from a customer, or of 400 from a customer, and entered this correctly in the books. However, a credit note was sent out by the secretary showing a restocking charge of 10% of sales price. The secretary made the necessary adjustment only in the customer's account, and later this charge was reduced to 6%, but this reduction was not reflected in the accounts. Okay, so let's see what happens. This is going to affect both our accounts, both our debtors and our control, so we'll do both. Debtors, again, plus minus. Okay, so I only have one color tonight, so I'm going to do lighter color for what they did and a darker color for what we're going to do to correct the mistake. So O'Dowd accepted sales returns of 400 from a customer and entered this correctly in the books. So how that would have been entered was it was 400 returns, so it would have been reducing the amount that was owed. Entered correctly in both the books, so we're going to say both the debtors and the control account are correct at this stage. So minus 400 in the control also. Okay. The next thing happened though, however, credit note was sent out by the secretary showing a restocking charge of 10% of sales price. So 10% of 400 is going to be €40. So I'll just put my little working up here. €40 restocking charge. The secretary made the necessary adjustment only in the customer's account. So what did they do? They said, we're charging you €40, so the amount owed goes up by €40. They made that adjustment in the customer's account or in the debtor's account, but they didn't put anything into the control account. Okay? So then later this charge was reduced to 6%, but this reduction was not reflected in the accounts. So it was reduced to 6%. So 6% of 400 would be 4 6 is 24. So it was reduced to 24. So if we want the restocking charge to go from 40 down to 24, it's going to go down by €16. So what we want to do is reduce the amount that the debtor owes us by €16. So we're going to put 16 in here. That's what we're doing. We're going to put 16 in the minus or the deduct part of the list. So that means plus 40 minus 16 gives you the plus 24 that the restocking charge should be, which is 6%. In the control account, since we never put any restocking charge in the first time, by accident if you like, and we now know it should be 24, well, all we have to do is put the 24 restocking charge straight into the plus side. And that means on the debit side of the control account, we enter 24, and that should sort it out.